guys, and come cook with me. So if you saw last week's video, you can see I'm still wearing the same outfit because we batch record videos here. So anyway, so today I'm going to be cooking food for the week. I literally cook I think twice a week, and the reason for this is both me and hubby work similar schedules and we both come back just after 8, so there honestly is no one to come back home and cook. We're both just tired and exhausted, so we both agreed that meal planning is our thing, and yeah, it's been working for as long as we've been together now. My meal planning is different from what people typically do, which the typical meal planning is you cook your different starches and your meat and whatnot stuff together, and then you pack the meals individually in a lunchbox. So you have Monday, you have your rice, veggies and whatnot, it's all in one lunchbox. So we don't do that because every day you crave something different. So I cook all the base stuff, so I'll have my rice, my macaroni or whatever, and then all the different soups are all in their different lunch boxes. So each day you dish out a plate from each individual lunchbox, so it's not mixed together. And the reason for that is obviously one, we want to eat different things every single day, and also it saves me on lunch boxes. I already have so many Tupperwares to store all this food, so I can't be having more Tupperwares of different lunch boxes and that sort of thing. So the plan for today is all the different starches that I'm gonna cook is rice, but our rice, we split it into two. We have the plain white rice and then rice that's got peanut butter, because that's all my husband ever eats, rice with peanut butter. Then I'm gonna make some, I don't know, I still need to decide whether I'm gonna do macaroni or spaghetti. Then I'm gonna make some potato wedges, and then I'm going to make some mashed potatoes so that we at least have different starches for the week. Then soup wise, I'm gonna make beans, like normal red beans, kidney beans. Then I'm also going to make some sausages, also have some chicken. I might do some liver, but I'm the only one who eats liver in this house, but I might have that on the side. And then I'm also going to have some patties on the side. Like patties, just they save us honestly, because one, I can eat it as a snack, like if I'm not feeling hungry. Also, you can eat it as a substitute for meat, which is great. And you can also use yes, you can use it as a burger patty on a bun. So it's a very versatile snack to make. So yeah, so I actually need to clean the house right now before I actually start cooking. So I'm going to put the stuff that needs to boil for a while on the stove while I clean the house, just to kind of multitask. So I need to boil the kidney beans now and also the chicken before I fry it. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'll do the rest as I go. So okay, I'm gonna wait to my Janet for this video. I don't have no more beans, which is rather unfortunate, so I'll have to switch to baked beans. But I think from the last time that I made beans, I froze some. Yes, I was right, I still do have some that I boiled the last time, but I'm so sad that I don't have any more beans. But so I don't have to boil this because I can just wait for it to defrost and then pour it in the soup, and that works. So the only thing I'm really gonna have to boil now would be, what do you call it? The chicken and the lentils that I'm gonna use for the patties. Then everything else, I can boil it when I'm cooking. And oh my gosh, this fridge broke my Tupperware. Like, look at that, it's got cracks now because of the fridge. Oh, that's disappointing. Anyway. the chicken and the lentils that were boiling are both done. So the chicken, I literally just boiled it with salt, marinated it with chicken spice, and then put an egg in there. Then I'm just going to let it soak for a while because I do all the frying right at the end when everything is done. So this was my main boiling block. So here I'm just preparing my rice. We prepare 3 cups of rice and then you add 6 cups of water. Then I add salt and cooking oil to taste. And then also the macaroni, I just do like half a cup to a cup depending on how much I want to make. And then obviously I add the oil and salt. And the biggest pro tip I can give you as you're doing your meal prep, trust me, you need to do your dishes as you go. It really cuts down everything that you're doing. And then obviously I was boiling my chicken liver and my sausage. There's a couple of things that I've learned or tricks I've had to employ since meal planning. Number 1 is don't watch TV or YouTube whatnot while you're meal prepping. I know it's entertaining to have something in the background. I would rather suggest that you do like music or podcasts. And the reason for this is it's going to take you double the time to do your meal prep if you've got something in the background that you physically have to look at while you're busy meal prepping, because you're gonna stop to focus on what's happening. If the plot gets thick and like wow, so shocked and all of that, you're going to stop and you're gonna focus on what you're watching. And trust me, I know from experience, I've actually like calculated how long it's taken me to meal prep when I'm listening to a podcast or listening to music versus when I'm watching something, and it's definitely double the time. And also I burn things more often if I'm watching something. So I've had to learn that okay, I can't watch anything, I can only listen to something. So that's the first one. The second thing is to make your meal prepping kind of easier or have a system to go with, is all the stuff that needs to get boiled together or at the same time. So like have your boiling patches, then have your frying patches. The reason why I say that is if you're batching your boiling, during your boiling time, that's when you're supposed to be peeling, cutting, like your onions, your tomatoes and that sort of thing, because you just set the stuff and it boils. It allows you to prepare for the other stuff coming forward. Then your frying station, because it requires a lot of your attention to be watching the stuff and that sort of thing. If you've got multiple stuff that you're frying at the same time, you rotate, turning your stuff. You're doing a lot of stuff that require the same kind of attention at the same time. You are going to get bored with your food at some point. It's inevitable and it's okay. Also, some of your meals are going to be more popular than the other stuff that you cook, and in most cases that stuff will finish much quicker than other stuff. So at some point during the week you have to either remake or make more soups or your starches that you're combining your food with. And yeah, if in the middle of the week you're like, I'm tired of this food and you want to eat, it's okay to switch it up. In most cases, food that you cook, you can keep in the fridge for up to 5 days. So if I cook on a Sunday, by Friday everything has to be finished. If Saturday morning there's still stuff, I throw it away. Even if it's still quite a lot, I throw it away. It's no longer healthy for you to eat. So yeah, those are just a few things that I've learned while going through my journey of meal prepping. the boiling is done, things go pretty quick, so that's why you need to have all your stuff cut up during your boiling time. So essentially during this time I fried my onions, added my tomatoes, and then I put in my sausages, and then I made a soup with that. I'll add a picture of the soup that I used for the beef. Then in addition, I was also making my mashed potatoes, which is pretty much just adding a tablespoon of butter and a quarter cup of milk, and then mashing it together to create that smooth texture. And then in addition, I was also frying onions, mixed veggies, and then once that's fully cooked, then I added my chicken livers. I like to just have it fried, I don't like to add anything else. And then I was also making a soup for my baked beans, and also making another soup for the nama beans. For these soups, it's pretty much just frying tomatoes, onions. One I added mixed veggies, the other one I didn't. And then once I had a nice creamy texture, then I added my baked beans and the normal beans, and that was pretty much the soup. So once all the soup and the sauce stuff were done, then I started the frying of the potatoes, and then after the potatoes I did the onions, and then lastly I did the patties. The patties take the longest time and the most oil, unfortunately, so I usually do that last. And at this time it's literally been, because I started at 4 and this time it was 7, so it had been like 3 hours since I started. And obviously hubby arrived to see a very chaotic house with lights and everything. He literally was laughing at me, but anyway, he was a good sport about it, and he just kept on doing his work while I finished what I was doing.